Good evening, firing squad of the Killing Wall. This is your rank commander, and welcome to briefing number 75. Tonight, we're going after a little bit of a chilled son of a bitch. And you want to know what? He deserves it. Keeping in with the holiday tradition, we're going after that frosty son of a bitch. That's right, we're going after the abominable snowman himself. That frickin' anthropomorphic thing. But first and foremost, let's get our brass tacks out of the way. I want you to help out Kinko. Buy one of his t-shirts. Make sure the medical bills are no longer a damn problem. Kinko's strong forever and ever. Remember that. Help out the orange chicken. That's one. Two, I want you to download the Live 365 app and listen to Hellfire Radio there everywhere that you go. Keep it in your pocket. Keep it in your car. You know the damn drill. You better be fucking doing it. Number three, I want you to share this out to groups. I want to share this out to timelines. I want your friends to get spammed on this because guess what? I'm wearing fucking antlers that are full of glitter, for God's sakes. You know what that tells me? That tells me I'm dedicated to making sure that this shit gets through to each and every single one of you. So do the fucking thing. Because I know you can. So tonight we're going after that Frosty son of a bitch. You know his name, Frosty the Abominable, Frosty the fucking Snowman. Let's see who's reporting in right now. We have got Troop Elizabeth, we got Troop Beth, we got Paige, we got Daryl, we got Ronald, we got Gabby, we got Tyler. I am fucking loving it. I've got some troops reporting in. We're going to shoot down this Frosty son of a bitch. We're going to make sure that top hat is knocked out, burnt, and put to the fucking ground. Great to hear it, William. So, let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about this creature. Let's talk about this creation. Okay? This creation brought on by dark magics. Glad to hear it, Troop Daryl. Just as long as you could stand at the position of attention whenever you're being inspected. Okay? Well, let's see, Claudio. Considering that, one, I'm the rank commander of this show. Two, I don't insult anybody. I just insult those that choose to actually judge. Because there's no judgment in here, except on whatever the target is. At least for the night. But if you want to draw my ire a little bit, you can submit a nice little sheet over to the Hurt Feelings department, which is perfectly fine. You can do that. You're entitled to your opinion. Because you know what? My show, my rules. And you can stick around and listen, or you can choose not to. But I'm telling you right now, that's what I want you to do. And that's what every single one of the members of the Killing Squad that are currently standing there writing the lovely little groups of comments and whatnot, they all know to fall in line. And they all are here for the entertainment. So if you're here for the entertainment, great, stick around. You might learn something. Who knows? You might even be entertained. It's an amazing thing. You might be entertained. Or you just might walk away with a little bit of a nugget of knowledge, which is fine. Not everybody can. Not everybody does. Not everybody's open-minded enough to be able to enjoy a little bit of comedy and humor, a little bit of satire, a little bit. Just a little bit. I think so. Or maybe you just came in here because you figured you wanted what? If you actually trolled the chat a little bit or tried to troll me, which, let's face it, it's not really going to happen, you'd get some attention that you're probably not getting elsewhere. Understandable. You want to know what? I give a fuck about every single one of my troops. If you're one of my troops, I'm happy as fuck to give you my attention. I'm happy as fuck to care about how you're doing. I'm hoping that your holiday season kicks ass. And I'm hoping every single one of my troops are staying the fuck safe out there, doing everything that they can to be safe. Self-accountability and responsibility is above all number fucking one. That's why it's up here. So, let's talk about Frosty the fucking Snowman. How about that? Okay? This abomination in and of itself, creature brought on by dark magics with a freaking hat, a silk hat, a magician's hat. Glad to hear it that you're one of my troops, Tackledama. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay? So Frosty, brought on by this silk magic hat from a magician. that brings things to life with a hat that wears it. I gotta wonder. What happens when you put that hat on something that's already alive? Maybe it ends it. That's what happens. That's how Frosty gets his power. He wears the fucking magic hat, and the next thing you fucking know, he tucks in all the life force of whatever was in it. Maybe that's it. Possible? Maybe. Likely. I don't know. Maybe you know. Think about when the cartoon was originally released. It was released probably in the 60s. You know, Land of Tudoruski, LSD. If you're seeing a snowman say happy birthday every single time a hat gets put on it, well, give me some of that. I want some of that. He had a button nose. But you want to know what, though? LSD is served in buttons last time I checked. Right? Or is that mushrooms? Ooh. I think that might be the case. Well, that's just it, Tyler. It wasn't stop motion. It was straight up celled animation. It was old celled animation, but it was still celled animation back when they were using sheets to do it back in the day. It is an awesome cartoon for the time, but you got to wonder what exactly such a creature like that was. Because Frosty, essentially in a completely invulnerable being. We're not breaking the Baron tonight, Daryl. We're not doing it. But I'm interested to see your thumbs up. You tell me, was Frosty a completely impervious to damage creature? Or was that only in the winter? Was he invulnerable only in the winter? That's a thought. Was he possibly only fueled by an environment? Was he an elemental? Well, I'm glad to hear that, Chantel. That's why I'm going to attack him tonight. Daryl, the only way that this will ever break me is if I get 666 shares in one stream. It's never happened. Never happened. It'll never happen. But that's okay. Because I love every single one of you. Yeah, right? Thank you, Lieutenant Takara, for popping in and reminding them. It's going to take a long fucking time. You guys got a task ahead of you. Your work is cut out for you. Nothing's going to break me. Nothing will. Frosty. But you want to know what, though? William makes a very damn good point. You want to know what? Here, I'm going to highlight you here, William, because that's a very good fucking point. Is the hat making the snowman alive, or is it the hat that's manifesting? Could you put the hat on other objects and make them come alive? And you got to wonder, will it still say, happy birthday, in John Candy's voice? That's something you got to wonder. Hey, Takara, you missed it. We had a troll in the chat earlier. I think I scared them away, unless they're still here listening. In which case, then thank you for the view. I think that right now, such a creature would immediately be captured and studied. Oh, dear God. That'll be an interesting day. I think Frosty was, in fact, a frost troll. Think about it. Only shows when the sun is blotted out. That's usually winter. Only manifests when there's enough material to create him. Again, another troll trait. Usually bonded to a particular type of item. Again, magical, possibly a fae or an elemental, and is only impervious to the direct opposite of what it was. Hmm. Hmm. You see, I'm here like I'm spinning my gears a little bit. Yeah, you see, carrots back then were really the only thing used for snowmen, but Frosty's nose was not a carrot. Frosty's nose was a button. All right. His eyes were made from coal, which is basically an old school element, which could be compressed to diamonds to focus. Hmm. Yeah, I'm making you think here. Don't mention that creature in my presence, Daryl. Hello, Canadian Charlene. How are you doing? We've got two Canadians in here right now. We got Charlene and we got Troop Page. Two Canadians. Both of you from the freaking province of Ontario. We've got two Canadians. We've got two Kiwis. Well, not in the chat right now. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where James is at. I am doing fantastic. I am doing absolutely delightful. Well, considering that in the cartoon, Paige makes a good fact. You see, Frosty seemed to tower over the children. Now, somebody that's 5'4" would tower over a bunch of kids. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Chantel. I'm currently out in Jersey. And if you think about it, a frost giant, I think somebody said Olaf was. A snow golem, sorry. Hmm. See, I love this speculation. What the fuck was Frosty? Because think about it, the materials, all right, to make him. Okay. What was the magical binding? And William, yeah, you're a Canadian beauty, just as much as my right sock is a sexual partner. Hmm. But yeah. Yeah, I know the song. I'm not singing the song. I'll make you a deal. I get up to 300 shares out to groups. I'll sing the song. Sure, they can. They can stand on top of one another or get a step stool. As a matter of fact, I think they did do that once or twice, Tyler. Hello, Tyler. Welcome. Welcome to the Killing Wall. Are you a member of my firing squad now? We're talking about Frosty the freaking Abominable Snowman. I'm also thinking of that movie Jack Frost that had freaking Michael Keaton voicing a father's spirit that inhabited a snowman. You want to know what? Jack Frost, the actual creature itself, the entity, was basically a Chad. Think about it. But yeah, it's a little disconcerting. Yeah, Poltergeist was fine too, but no, that's all right. Listen, okay, this is the last time I'm going to be mentioning any bouncing of large frost-based creatures. Okay, that particular thing was the product of an acid trip brought on by a Canadian drug dealer. That missed teeth taken out by an elven dentist. Do you have any idea how fucking sick and twisted that sounds? It sounds like somebody that was drunk as hell on freaking Cabo made a D&D character. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Alan. It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. You haven't been on the killing wall for quite a while. I'm here thinking, what did you do? Go AWOL? Welcome back. But yes, folks, if you really think about it, Frosty was a bit twisted. A little bit, just a little bit. Right? Yeah, which means you can eat one and get high off the other. Who are you going to hang around with? You know? Although I have to say, we got an immediate defense against Frosty, a blow dryer. Tonight we're talking about Frosty the Snowman, what the fuck he really is, and whether or not it deserves to be destroyed. That's what we're going after tonight, Tyler. You see, here on the killing wall, there is usually a subject for termination. And we decide whether or not the sentence should be lenient and be given a pardon, or if it should be put up against the killing wall and get 2 to the chest and 1 in the head. In Frosty's case, a set of freaking space heaters and a blow dryer. Okay? So it's a little ambiguous to me. All right. Now, this entity helped these kids out. I can't remember who the antagonist was in Frosty the Snowman. Was it the sun? From Sleazy Crooked Men. Not for nothing, but so do a lot of very angry women I know. The Magician. You're saying that all magicians are sleazy and crooked? Because that's what it sounds like. Music, yeah, but that's just it, though, Tyler. If it's in the snow and you fire a cannon, wouldn't he just simply multiply? Because there's plenty of other snow. It's wherever the hat lands. Because if the hat lands on the ground, isn't it going to basically embody whatever snow is upon the ground? Now you've basically created an entire, city block of Frosty, a Frosty-sized freaking Stay Puffed snowman. I mean, think about it. That shit could be fucking dangerous. It could be downright dangerous. For those of you that are tuning in, there's a couple of standing orders in here. You share this out to groups and timelines. Okay? This way you're doing your due diligence to keep me do the thing. Don't forget, check out hellfireradio.com. We also have a consistent broadcast there as well. And we're available on the Instagram. And we're broadcasting to YouTube on 2 different channels, as well as here at Facebook Live. So keep checking us out. Of course it does, Chantel, because that's where it originated. Stay Puft was a creation of Ivan Reitman in order to be able to justify having a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that was about 20 or 30 stories high. Yes, William. Actually, that's what my theory is. That is legitimately what my theory is. That's what I think. And I think that there was possibly a ridge to the hat that prevented the whole of the rim to meet the ground. That's the only reason why when it was on the ground, it didn't do it. If you actually press that hat into the ground, it might bring the ground to life. It makes sense. And here's another thing. And this is something that kind of got me thinking. He has a corncob pipe. How does he light it? Isn't he basically introducing heat fairly close by? Fire fairly close by? A little bit of a logic breaker, huh? What was he smoking in the pipe? Crack! Paige, you anthropomorphized the heater in my bedroom. Okay? You actually gave it googly eyes. I don't even think I need to say more about that. So, yeah, the corncob pipe never got lit because nobody ever gave him anything. Oh, dear God, Gabby, he was smoking glitter. Are you serious? That's the only thing I could possibly think of. He was smoking glitter. Son of a bitch. Fairy cocaine. That makes perfect fucking sense. He was smoking fairy cocaine. He was lighting up freaking fairy dust. Son of a bitch. It's probably actual ice. Ice to fairies is probably fucking crack. I don't think he was smoking anything. I don't think he was smoking anything combustible, Alan. He was snorting fairy dust. Son of a bitch. Huh. Yeah, that's the thing, Chantel. I'm like saying to myself, he had a pipe. He had a wife and kids. Okay. I want you to tell me what sounds familiar here. What do you call somebody that only ever seems to be around his family when he looks a certain way? He's nothing without his hat. A pimp! A pimp ain't a pimp without his pimp hat. Frosty the Snowman was a fey drug dealing pimp. A fey drug addict pimp. He only ever seemed to come alive when he was a pimp. There you go. It makes so much sense now. Huh. I didn't even think of it that way. Frosty, the crack addicted fey pimp that probably slung the shit. Yeah, right? Chantel, my mind's blown too. Look at this shit. There you go. Makes me go, what the fuck? He was a pimp. How the fuck do you else justify that? It's there. I'm like, son of a bitch. He was probably slinging the fucking shit to Rudolph. No, I don't think he's a child trafficker. I think what he's doing is he's using the kids to help sling the rock. New customers. I think. And he has to deal with Santa for distribution. There you go. There it is. Oh my God. Paige, did you just fucking say that? Wow. Wow. Chantel, if you're interested in Rudolph, you should check last night's freaking episode. I tore that one apart. Oh, wow. Frosty the pedophilic, drug addict, and dealing pimp. Wow. You didn't break me, you just completely and totally wowed me. Because that's a fucking rabbit hole. I'm speechless. I came at this in the wrong angle. Way from the wrong angle. Yeah, but he only ever hung around kids, Elizabeth. What does that tell you? I'm watching the comments right now, people. It's insane. Who will let a man in a red tie, I'm assuming red suit, go around home, let kids on your lap, plays with reindeer with a red nose and a naked magical snowman? How's that for blowing one's mind? Yeah, it's creepy as fuck, Chantel, if you think about it. Yeah, it's just wrong. But it's accurate. You throw around enough paper, Elizabeth, and adults will ignore your freaking looks. Trust me. Wow. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I don't think Santa's running the pedo ring or sex trafficking. I think that's all Frosty. Frosty, it's the pedo part. It's insane. Last night we realized that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was actually something that belonged in the MCU involving mutants. It was the first real X-Men movie. But at the same time was also an LSD and drug-fueled trip and a half. I'm like, when the hell did that fucking cartoon come out? Can somebody look up when it was that Frosty the Snowman was released? I gotta see if I can find it. Because that shit freaking blows me the fuck away. When did Frosty the Snowman come out, guys? I'm like, seriously. I'm like, released at 60 or 69? No, William. Rudolph had a quasar level powered, like a quasar lumen level beam that was able to penetrate fog and cloud cover from a high altitude. He was a mutant. And Frosty was a freaking drug slinging pedophile pimp that got high off of freaking fairy dust and used the kids. I'm halfway. Thank you. 1969. No, you were right the first time, Paige. We distorted it and in turn ended up destroying it. I'm proud of you. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh man, you guys are incredible. Thank you. Thank you for that. I needed that so much. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, am I right? Give me a thumbs up in here if you think Frosty was a drug addict. Give me a heart if you think he was a pedophile. And give me a laughing emoji if you think he was a pimp. And give me all three, if anything. I'm not cutting off there yet, Akeldama. I still got at least about another 10 minutes before I can legit call it a night. I just want to make sure that you know. No, no, I'm not gonna page. Like I said, 666 shares, and then I'll do it. Oh man. I'm hoping everybody is going to be staying safe for the season, at least for the holidays. You'll buy something off the store if you sing it. William, I'll make you a deal. I will make you a deal. If you buy me one of my own t-shirts, I'll sing it. How about that? And by the way, folks, if you want to buy some merch and makes for a quick freaking gift, there's the link for the Killing Wall. Okay. I will sing the Frosty the Snowman song. Frosty the Snowman was a happy, jolly soul with a black top hat and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be. He would sing and play and laugh away. And the children would sing all day. How about that? Ah, Troop Ruth, I am so glad to see you reporting in. But yeah, seriously, folks, I want you to stay safe during the holiday season, you know? Try not to do anything too crazy. Social distance if you can, the whole nine. Because that matters to me. I take a large, William. As a matter of fact, you want to know what? Get me a hoodie. Not a t-shirt, a hoodie. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruth. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be. Yeah. Oh, dear gods. But yeah, it's... I'm curious. What am I attacking tomorrow? What should I go after? On Christmas Eve. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Alan. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's right. Tomorrow is Santa, and the day after I'm doing Krampus. Santa is on Christmas Eve. Krampus is on Christmas Day. That one's getting attacked by Baron Voltage. Santa is tomorrow night. I'm going to be attacking that fat fuck. That just means I got to do some research on freaking Krampus. I'm awesome to hear that, Ruth. I'm glad to see so many people actually came out tonight. You know what? I was starting to think you guys were getting sick of me again. You know, I didn't get that many shares in the last night. Made me feel kind of... I got like maybe 9. No, I didn't do Santa yet, Carlene. I didn't go after the actual legend itself. Rudolph was the main target on that one. Oh, well, thank you, Akaldama. I appreciate that. So, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but there's an update. Those of you that have been watching long term know I've had a problem with my teeth for the longest damn time, and I wanted to get dentures or at least slip over, so this way I wouldn't look like I have a battle of epic proportions behind my lips. Well, the teeth were ordered, the impressions were made, and hopefully they're getting sent out this week. So hopefully at some point next week, I'll have a package in the mail. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing an unboxing, and I want you all to be the first to see it, because I think that would be pretty awesome for all of you to be there when I finally have teeth again. Oh, well, thank you, Chantal. I appreciate that. Yeah. You guys got any other questions, comments, concerns, complaints, merch purchases? Tell me now. I'm not gonna lie. If they look good, I may ugly cry, because I haven't smiled and shown my teeth intentionally in decades. And the fact that I'm getting these done, oh god, not a sweater, a hoodie. You know, it's funny. Craft Beer Corner, was it last Saturday or the Saturday before? I cannot remember. Um, I kind of am stuck with a sort of ambiguous Christmas decoration. I have a wreath on my door. Well, I'm glad you popped in, Ruth. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm getting two sets. I'm getting a regular set of uppers and lowers. I'm getting a set that has fangs. So I'll finally have my fangs again, which is going to be really, really, because I mean that's just the thing. I'm the resident vampire for Hellfire. I identify as a vampire. That's my persona. That's me. And earlier this year, a bit of one of my teeth that normally is the anchor point for one of my fangs completely and totally shattered itself. So it can't hold the fangs in anymore. Only one fang will fit in. So I have been fangless for a good majority of the year. And that killed me inside. Well, if you're going to check out Fangs, check out Horror Show Jack. He does some awesome work. I've been called Captain Morgan, apparently. So now nobody at Hellfire can drink rum without thinking of my face going, you know? Um, but yeah, I'm just like, I'm so excited for that. There's there's a bit of anxiety that's going on with it, you know. And when I have them, I'll be able to confidently do some of the TikToks that I've been wanting to do. One, to promote the station, to build a little bit more of a social media presence, so that this way I can bring more traffic to the station, because I want to be able to help these guys out. They gave me a reason and a purpose for entertainment for you guys. You know, I want to be able to keep entertaining. So, you know, and I've been doing education on kink on there as well as my comedic stuff, you know, because I can't do that during the year because all the conventions are closed. And the algorithm is doing all sorts of things to repress broadcasts like this. So anything that we could do to bring numbers to the station, I'm willing to do. Just makes things easier. Yeah, it is. It is such a rabbit hole, Elizabeth. You know, Batman, my Craven. Okay, I'll look you up. I'm like maybe 4 users away from having 1,000 followers, so this way I can legitimately go live there too, and that's something I would love to be able to do. And you know, I'm just. Oh, you are Chantel. That's awesome. Is that how you found me? I like Five Finger Death Punch. I'm not too familiar with a lot of their work, but the little bit that I have heard, I do like Akodama. I think you're one of the few people, Chantel, that actually follows me on TikTok. So it's kind of cool. Oh goodness. Oh wow. We got a lot of. Well, yeah, I'm 2 followers away. It's insane. I started maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago myself, Alan. Don't feel bad. I mean, everybody has to start somewhere, and for me, it's another outlet for entertainment. How you doing, Tom? Been a hot minute. Oh goodness. Oh wow. Well, it's cool. I'm attracting folks over. Members of the killing wall, my firing squad. Oh goodness. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Hi, well, no problem, Angelina. I'm just glad to see that you're doing okay. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm hoping that you managed to pick up the merch because I haven't heard anything really from you about that. So hopefully that got to you in time. And I'm really just. It's insane how much a social media presence can help something. Um, Ackle, I'll be 100% honest with you. I've got to check them out. I gotta check them out. I have not had the opportunity to check them out, mostly because 90% of the damn time I'm at work in a place where I have zero signal. Really, the only time whenever I'm on Hellfire is about 10 minutes after I get home from work and I'm doing this. So my weekends have been the only time whenever I'm actually able to go onto social media and do anything. Oh, freak, that hurt. So I'll take note of it and I'll certainly check it out because I want to be able to give you guys a little bit more of a push myself. Wow. Getting a lot of love out here. Oh, is that you, Celeste? Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, the social media presence is really the only way to do anything these days. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I gotta rely on the phone signal alone, which means anytime whenever I'm doing any videos at all, I have to rely on the phone signal to legitimately upload anything. And watching streams of anything is a nightmare. It's legit plays for about a second, buffers. 3 minutes later, plays for a second, buffers. I've been trying to do, as much. Well, thank you, Akodama. um like vid calls with the staff on stuff, and it's impossible. They have to unfortunately work around my schedule for me able to actually reach out to me, and I hate that because I want to be accessible to everybody. And speaking of accessibility, by the way, just in case anybody ever wants to reach out to me, that's my email address. you know Hit me up with show ideas, questions, anything at all that comes up with you. I'm happy to answer them because I legitimately have no social life. Both Paige and Elizabeth can tell you. I have like legit no social life. I go to work, I come home, I do this, and then I go to sleep, and then I wake up and do it all over again. I do not have a life, really. So yeah, that is my email address. So hit me up. And by the way, I also have this too. If you want to contact me as my other persona, there's it down below. And if anybody wants to make a donation to show, that's my PayPal link. But look me up on Facebook as Baron Voltage, and I'll be able to talk to you in real time. You know? And yeah, I know it does sound sad. And trust me when I tell you it feels sad too. Now that I'm thinking about it. So, oh, oh, my head. I have a bit of a headache today, so it's like, But yeah, I mean, I always want a hug. I always want a hug because how do I spend Christmas? I don't spend it, unfortunately. Um, when there wasn't a pandemic, it'd be a toss up between going to one of my aunt's houses or dropping in on my sister and father. Lieutenant Tyson, wow, understandable. I'm just glad to see that you're doing okay. Hopefully, you're doing all right. Oh, yeah. It's life is life. And I want every single person here to make sure that you're doing whatever you can to, be safe out there. And I know it sucks balls not to be around your family at this time, but, the only way we'll be able to be around our family next time is if you give this one up. Now, Angelina, right now, honestly, the only thing I'm worrying about is whether or not you got your merch. because, I know you ordered it and I'm hoping you got it. What the fine fuck? Oh, you see, this shit worries me so much I'm losing hair. I've got a monkey's ass right here. It's the reason why I grew my hair out. When I got out of the military, I said, fuck this shit. I'm not cutting my hair. I'm afraid more of it will fall out. It'll get angry and it won't come back. Well, I try, Akeldama. I try. Yeah, this is getting long. Look at that. It's insane. Yeah, I know you'd buy that hair. I'm afraid that on December 31st, 2020 at 11:59 p.m., the ball drop and it'll say, "Welcome to 2020, round 2. Fight." And then we're really fucked. Paige, you don't want more than one of me. Oh yeah, December 32nd. 2021. There you go. You want a 2021 slow, that's what you got. Hmm. Oh god, yeah, 2020 did win. Worst year ever. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for me, folks. Again, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And if anybody has any, questions or whatever, you're not far off, Chantel. I'm 40. But when I'm clean shaven, I look like I'm 20. But, folks, again, thank you so much. I hope that every single one of you are able to report in tomorrow. So stay safe, be kind, and feel well. Thank you again. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel. And we're going after that fat fuck in the red suit. Have a good night, folks. Y'all take it easy. Hit the rack. Y'all are hereby dismissed.